So I thought I would do a little update on the cooling system that I worked on over the weekend. It's first off, let me start off by saying it's about 90 degrees outside. I think the feels like is 103, 104, and I'm on my lunch break. Car's been idling for a good 30 minutes now. And I'll start off by showing you the gauge. It never even gets to the halfway mark. Before I did the 3-row radiator and the Spal fan, it would be about halfway, and I had a small coolant leak. It would actually bleed off some coolant, and it would be halfway, and then it would slowly start to rise. And like when it would go up to about 3/4, I'm like, all right, I need to top off my coolant. But it's at this point, no matter what I do, if I drive it hard or let it idle for however long, it will not even get to the halfway mark. And when the Spal fan does kick on, for the couple seconds that it does turn on, that needle goes down fast. But on a side note, when that Spal fan does kick on, like my AC kind of dies down and the RPMs kind of drop. I guess it pulls a good amount of amperage. I'll see if I can capture that. I'm just sit here. Right there, I don't know if you can tell, but my idle dipped, my AFR changed, the AC kind of went down and picked back up. When that fan kicks on, it really draws a lot of amperage, and it takes a second for the alternator to compensate for the amperage draw. But I mean, that's a price you gotta pay for a high quality, high CFM fan. That sucker's gonna pull some power. You know, you need power to pull a ton of CFM like this fan does. So I'm gonna go under the hood and show you how long it stays on to regulate this temperature. The stock fan would basically be on constantly. Once the temperature got about halfway, the fan would just constantly be running and pulling air to keep up, and it still wasn't good enough. It would still overheat eventually. So all I'm going to do is show how long the fan needs to be on to regulate the temperature. Hopefully I can capture it. It's there, it just turned on. About 15 seconds. The Spal fan kicks in for about 15 seconds and then it turns off. So that means that in that amount of time, it regulated the temperature, it brought it back down. This is a switch that controls the fan, that tells it to turn on and off. So basically when it hits like, I don't know, like 180, I'm not sure what temperature it is, but when it hits a certain degree, that's when the fan kicks on. It just kicks back on. Yeah, once it hits that degree, it kicks the fan on. And I've actually seen, I think Mishimoto sells an aftermarket fan switch where it comes on like 20 degrees cooler. I think it'll kick the fan on like at 160. I'm actually thinking about getting that. Just so it's, I don't know, let me know in the comments what do you think. But yeah, this is a very efficient setup. It's super hot outside, 103 degrees, and the fan isn't even on right now. It only has to be on for like 12, 15 seconds at a time. Right now it's not even on. I guess that radiator is just that much more efficient as well. Super thick. Fan kicked on. And it's off. Oh yeah, check that out, new Skunk 2 sticker. It's always cool when like a repair or a mod increases the dependability and drivability of a car, and this was one of those mods. The 3-row radiator and the Spal fan really just cool down this motor. It's awesome how efficient the cooling system is. The gauge still isn't even halfway right now. Probably been here about 40 minutes now idling. Yeah, pretty cool. I just thought I would update you. I saw somebody commented asking for an update on the cooling system, and it's working great. It's you know, it's awesome. I can't imagine a better cooling setup. I'll link the Spal fan again in the description. I'll link that 3-row radiator again in the description. And if you can, if you're interested in getting you know, stuff that I have purchased myself, use the links in the description. It really helps. It helps me if you use the link. You don't even have to buy the product in the link. Just click that link, and hell, you can get whatever you want as long as it's through the link. That'll help a lot. But another thing is, I noticed that locally there's this event called the Paul Walker Memorial Event at Houston Raceway, and I thought it'd be cool to try to attend that. I think it's September 7th. I think it's like 2 Saturdays from now. But I'm gonna try and get this car cleaned up and running legit, get it tuned out in, and go take it to the track just to see what it runs. It'll probably be like a fucking 16.5, but I'm gonna take it to see what it does. But until then, I'm just gonna be working out the bugs and dialing in the tune. I notice it's a little lean. It's like 13.5 AFR. But yeah, just a little update. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for this next video. I'm gonna be dropping my motor on Sunday morning. I'm gonna be dropping the Vatura motor out of my Silver Civic, so hopefully I can get that sucker knocked out. It's hot as hell. I'll probably spend an hour on it, working, like busting my butt for an hour, and hopefully in that hour I'll get that motor out of there. That way I can open it up and see what went wrong. I'm sure it's gonna have a messed up main bearing, but I'm hoping the crankshaft is okay. If it's not okay, I'm gonna use this opportunity to snag up a Z6 crankshaft, because they're supposed to have an extra oiling hole on the journal, so they're supposed to be more reliable for like more power. They're supposed to handle more power, more RPM, you know, more oiling the better, obviously. So if it's okay, I'll reuse it. If not, I'm gonna be in the market for a Z6 crank. But yeah, all right, that's enough for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.